process, but that means that it's happening less often, I think. So, and in fact, I think we don't need to be running the physics process at that frame rate. How do we change that? So I think it's running at 60 FPS, but we certainly don't need that. Godot change physics frame rate. Physics FPS. Alright. I'm pretty sure it's I've seen it here, I just can't remember where it's set. So we're forcing the FPS to 15 just while we're debugging, because I don't want to just overload our machine while we're streaming. That's why the game will probably look a little bit choppy, but I think that's something we're just going to have to deal with. Okay, what else can we do here? So I don't think we need any pixel snap, we don't need that. We need to be thread safe because of we want to support the WebGL export. Flash batching, what does that mean? Regression testing at the old renderer. Okay, no, we don't care. Okay, disable half float. Okay. Here we go. I think this is, yeah, there we go. That's it. Oh, what's that? Jitter fix. Fix to improve, especially on models where it is different. Okay. Body is only read when the project starts. There. Okay. What's this one? Enables. Alright, so let's bring this down to 30. So we're running the physics frame at twice the speed of the display, and then we definitely need some more velocity if we're processing it like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rename this to be player, and let's open up this player here. Okay, we want to detach the script. Do we? Yep. Detach this script, and it should actually be on this node here. So let's just find the player script. So we want the parent scenes to know as little as possible about, we'll have as little configuration as possible, only what they require, right? Okay. And let's just see what else is failing. Okay. Alright, where's that happening? Cascadia Mono. Alright, let's just find in folder for Cascadia Mono. Alright, let's change this. We did a sort of rename of all our files just to make sure that everything was hunky-dory. Okay, so that should be fixed. So one thing I do like about Godot is that they have this philosophy that a game should never crash. So if something does go like terribly wrong, the game isn't going to crash, like unless something goes even more terribly wrong than terrible. But normally Godot will just sort of like log an error here, and then it'll sort of do its best to just work around the error, which I think is quite nice. Okay, node is never used in the function attached to. Okay. Chain link 9. Cool. I realize that the beginning of the stream isn't going to be very fun and interesting, but it's once we get all of this working again, then we can pick up where we left off. Oh yeah, I forgot to upgrade that velocity. Okay, so now we have the ship, so so the ship has a speed, and I think we want that to be quite high. And I'm actually just going to double the friction as well. So this is just going to make the ship a little bit easier to control. I know that in space there is technically no friction, so it's a bit of a lie, but okay. So the thing is, this game is going to be like a multiplayer game, and oh, okay. So it looks like our bubbles don't have the behavior we had, so they're not dying, and actually they don't even have their character displaying on themselves. But this definitely feels a lot slower and more purposeful, which I think is actually going to be more fun for multiplayer, because when there is a bit of lag, we don't want it to be sort of too twitchy. I hate twitchy games, to be honest. I'm getting old. I can't play Call of Duty anymore. I just don't. I don't want to either. Too stressful. Just want to like have some time. When I play a game, I want to have time to just think and make decisions instead of just trying to do everything on a split-second reaction. Okay, so what do we want to do? Okay, I might just re-enable our particles and see if that makes much of a difference. Performance. I think we're doing better with the performance. So I think the big thing is when we have these particles, the whole editor is updating at 4K resolution, because I'm streaming at 4K, and that's definitely taking a toll, I think. Okay, so something's happening with these bubbles. Let's just have a look at the bubble and see how it's getting on, shall we? So if I bring up this level tutorial, we can see our meteors and our bubbles are here, and each bubble should have a character. So you can see this one has a D, and it spells out DRIFTER, Drifter, the name of the game. What I'm imagining is like the first tutorial level is just be like you can't beat the level until you spell the word drifter, and then you can get through the exit, and then we'll do a couple more puzzles to show players sort of the basic mechanics, and then once they finish those first few levels, then we'll throw them into the like multiplayer arena and expect them to sort of battle it out. So that's my plan. So that's why that's the tutorial level, just spell drifter to start off. For some reason our bubbles are not... Okay, so let's have a look. Are all of our bubbles, do they have their script? Okay, so I'm wondering if we instance don't quite know. Okay. So that's a little bit odd. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off the network. So the network node is what we're using to connect to our Elixir backend. And I think we can just do a pass here for now. In fact, what I could do is I could export, I think it's bool bar enabled, and let's just say equals false, right? And then if not enabled, pass, right? Or just return actually. Okay, so now our network is disabled by default, and then we'll be able to enable it per level, I guess. So I wonder if we'll figure that out. Okay, so you can see here now we can set our room, and we can turn the network on or off, right? So that's quite cool. Let me just check our stats quickly. Sweet. Alright. So we've disabled the network while we're just focusing on building the tail functionality. And what I might do now is I'm just going to run our tests. In fact, no, I'm not going to run the tests yet because I know that they're going to fail spectacularly. And I don't think that's what we want to do. The stream. Okay, so let's just go through any errors we're seeing. We don't have a network anymore, so we're not going to get all that crap in the output. Okay, so we need to make sure that our pin joint that's connecting the tail is fixed, and we need to make sure that our bubbles are popping when we hit them, and so we can propel backwards, and we can propel forwards with up and down. Okay, so the errors we're getting are script editor base begins with local is true continuing. Well, alright, I don't know what that means, but okay. Alright, so let's have a look at what errors we get. I thought we cleared that and fixed that. Okay, let's try again and just make sure we're not getting any additional errors. Okay, got one error. Why on earth is it still trying to load that? Okay. Connect. In objective type node, attempt to connect non-existent signal, player collision. Okay, that's cool. What is it? Player collision. I gotta remember these. I think, what was it? F7? Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's just Mac. Alright, so command period and what's place command B. Resort pause. Control command Y. Okay, I don't really use that much.